Hello, my name is Elizabeth Boone, and I'm just going to be providing you with a little bit of insight as to what the form and design of my cart is about. So to begin, the concept of my cart is to encourage and influence viewers to recycle. The way in which we treat our environment is important to not only us, but also the creatures we share it with. To sum up my concept in one sentence, I would say in order for our environment to thrive, we must keep all of Earth's creatures alive. Recycling is just one way in which we can help the environment, so the motif is meant to grab the viewer's attention while also keeping the cart functional and safe for drivers. The motif I incorporated are the butterfly wings that are on either side of the cart that open and close like a door while also mimicking the fluttering of a butterfly. The form expresses the beauty of recycling and the benefit that recycling can provide for creatures of the earth. The materials that I chose for my actual cart that I also have on my maquette are paint colors, which would just add some color to the form. I also would use wire or glue to adhere and attach materials. The recyclable materials that I would use are plastic bottles for the depth of the butterfly wings, just to add some dimension to the form. I would also use bottle caps to create the patterns of both of the butterfly wings. And then the last material that I would use is aluminum to create the base and the form of the cart for some stability. So thank you for taking the time to learn a little bit more about my cart, and I look forward to the competition.
Hi, my name is Tiffany Clem, and this is my design for the recycling art cart. My motif is trees. The concept was to show the relationship between nature and ourselves and how we affect and how we can help. So here are the tree trunks are on each post. And then there's a vine that goes across the trees, as well as the tree tops. I decided to form into the recycling symbol, a likeness of it anyway, to represent the tree tops, so that it shows that it is a recycling cart. The pieces that I was thinking of using for these arrows are plastic bottles for the arrow tops. The caps here would be for the vines. And these are plastic bottle bottoms cut at different lengths. Can you see that?
Yes.
Okay. And they would be for different textures and varying for up the trunks of the trees. And that is my design. Thank you.
Hi, my name's Ashton Rogers, and this is my golf cart maquette. For the model, I wanted something minimalistic and clean, and so that's why I made the body of the golf cart white with the recyclable symbol on front, and the top and the sides like a green, light green. On the top of the golf cart, I have a pot for a potted plant that I would make out of plastic. This would represent like a light you would find on top of like a vehicle going around a campus. Out of the pot would be plastic, like a plastic plant with like trash leaves and flowers all over it. And this would come out of the pot down the sides of the golf cart and around the solar panels on top. Yeah, I hope you like my design.
Hi, my name is James Taylor, and for my concept for the golf cart project, I wanted to do living plants on it as a way to show what it could be like if we recycled. We'd have a greener earth. And the materials that I would put on my cart would be living plants, obviously. I use cactus because they're super low maintenance, they don't require a lot of work. and there's none of soil. And then for the bottom part on these, I used vining plants. They would climb up the golf cart on itself, super low maintenance as well. And I just think it would be a good educational way to show, you know, what it would be like if we were actually recycle more. Hey, I'm Wallace, and this is my design for the recycled art cart. And for my design, I really wanted to show kind of how pollution and littering kind of affects the marine life and fish and other animals in the waters, because that's usually the thing that's polluted the most that I've seen anyway. And so I just wanted to kind of show just the fish kind of engulfing the entire cart, and I wanted to use the main color of the cart to kind of represent water being blue, and then I just wanted to use that fish to contrast that color. And then for the actual materials, we would be able to use plastics over a aluminum frame. And so you could actually, you know, kind of cut the scales kind of like that. You can get 2 or 3 scales out of each ball depending on the size. And for like the bigger fin and the tail, you can use like bigger plastic pieces to a heat source and kind of meld them together. But it would be really easy just to kind of build those over that frame. And then the solar panels would be able to go up on top. And so that way it would just kind of all meld together. Anyway, well, thank you for your time. Hi, my name's Hallie Ward. This is my design for the recyclable golf cart. I chose to do an anglerfish because it is a fish that lives very deep in the ocean. And I want people to see this and think about how far human waste can reach. I did some research, and the deepest diver in the world actually went to the bottom of the ocean, and human waste has been found down there. So I chose this to represent how far it can go and how far we could leave trash on campus. As for recyclable materials, I wanted to cover the whole cart. I wanted to be the whole design. So like a wire frame would keep the trash inside and basically make up the whole thing. As for the bowl, this would be like a mesh net filled with trash, and I just want people to see it.
Hello, I'm Debbie Weibler. My concept for the Recycle Art Cart is linked to the Jerry Cares campaign. My design is a fun-loving, large-scale, stylized representation of Tech's much-loved bulldog, Jerry. Jerry's well-known and easily recognizable, so the project can benefit from his popularity to help promote recycling and environmental awareness on campus and in the community. Jerry will be built on an aluminum frame and clad primarily in plastic bottles and aluminum cans. His legs will be made of stacked cans. His face will be built on an aluminum frame with cut plastic cans. The sweater front, back, and sides will be made with plastic bottles that are cut, attached to wire directly to the frame. The cart will have lettering that reads, Jerry Cares Recycling on the front of the hood, along with the internationally recognized symbol for recycling and the ATU logo in the center. Primary color palette for the project will be Arkansas Tech green and gold with white and black used for accent, along with the pop of red for Jerry's tongue. These are my materials for rebuilding Jerry, all recycled. I hope you like my design idea, and I thank you very much for your time and for your consideration. Thank you.
My name's Chase Wahlenberg, and this is my cart for the recyclable golf cart. My concept was 60s era hippie flower power Volkswagen, which ended up turning into a Scooby-Doo because it's the most iconic of hippie, basically, Volkswagens. I used plastic solo cup, cut them into flowers, which they can be used that way or other ways. The main thing I was using, or was imagining my main source to be sheets of aluminum, and my cart was built to be used with bins, but it can be used however. Yeah. So my aluminum sheets would be what my cart was made of.